All right, moving on to example 2. In 1994, 52% of parents with kids in high school felt it was a pretty big problem that students were not being taught enough math and science. A recent survey found that 456 out of 800 parents with kids in high school felt it was a serious problem that they were not being taught enough math and science. So, do we have enough evidence to show that this or that more parents feel this is a problem today compared to 1994? And we're going to use the 5% level of significance. So again, just a couple of things. I've outlined a lot of what we need to do here. Yes, it is binomial. One person's opinion has nothing to do with the next person that they called. And this is binomial. They either yes feel it's a serious problem or no, they don't. Okay. N is 800. That's 800 people surveyed. P is the 52% of parents who originally back in 94 thought it was an issue, and then times the 48% who didn't think it was an issue. Is that number bigger than 10? Yes, it is. Okay, so the null hypothesis will be that the proportion of people who thought not taking math and science was a big problem is 52%. The alternative, we want to see, do more parents feel this is a problem? So more parents means is that number greater than 52% or 0.52. So again, putting this information into your one proportion z-test in your calculator, your p sub 0 is the same as your null hypothesis value, so 0.52. N is our 456 parents out of N, the 800 who thought it was a serious problem. And we want to test the greater than p sub 0 because, again, our alternative hypothesis is that the percentage has grown. Okay, putting that into your calculator and getting out the results, p hat ends up being, it says minimum of 4 decimal places. Well, it's 0.47. So if you don't want to include the 00, that's fine. Okay, the 0.57, my mistake, 0.57. All right. The z-score, again, pulling that off of the calculator, is 2.8307. And the p-value is 0.0023. Okay, 0.0023. Now again, I've drawn our picture. We're looking at a 5% level of significance. So where does this p-value of 0.0023 fall in terms of our area down here on the right? Well, it's going to fall way down here on that very tip of the tail of that. Okay, that is very small. That is less than half of a percentage. And so since it is in that shaded zone, in this case, we are going to reject the null hypothesis. Okay, that is very tiny. So what is our conclusion? And again, I have everything there except for the either we have or we do not have. So since we are rejecting, we have enough evidence to support the claim that it is indeed more than 52% of parents that think kids aren't taking enough math and science.